There he is.
Get the boat, man, it's time to go. Grab your baits and fishing poles. Fill the tank and then hit the road. Till you're in that fishing hole. Made up my mind, I know. Weekend warrior, I'm a pro. Fishing professional, and when I'm fishing, man, my goal is to win.
And that was a toad right there, dude.
That's a big one.
That was a good freaking bite, man.
I'm Jared Lintner here with Pro Pattern Exposed, and it's the third day of practice here at Toledo Bend. You know, this is only the third time I've ever fished this body of water, and it's a massive, massive body of water. And one of the things I like to do, I try to do a lot, is narrow it down. You know, when you get to a lake this big, there's no way possible to cover from one end to the other. So, you know, I kind of picked an area prior to the start of practice and something that looked good to me on the map, and just kind of went all in over there. And you know, I found some decent areas with some fish in them, and what I'm kind of looking for, and I came close to that area today. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to spread myself out too far, but what I'm kind of looking for is a mixture of different grasses in main body pockets, not way back in creeks, not as far as you can go back, but just little short pockets, you know, where the fish are still kind of in that spawning mode. And I'm looking for, you know, bedfish, looking for a different mixture of that grass, like I said, and I'm catching some on a flipping stick, some on a frog, and so I'm going to try to expand my area just a little bit, and see what happens. Stick with us. This is Pro Pattern Exposed. All right, well, we idled across the deal where we came out of this morning, and like I said, you know, the wind is just, it's not very friendly, and so it's really limiting where I can fish. And I had plans this morning to fish some stuff, but it's all on that side of the lake and the wind's blowing right into it. So I'm doing a little exploration right now. Never fished over here. I have caught them out in front of here before, but there's just a series of little pockets and shallow flats with drains leading into them. So I'm just going to take off, swim a jig, maybe throw a chatterbait or something, just cover some water, see if we could get lucky and find a sweet spot amongst all this mess. It's hard, man.
You know, you can tell a lot by Jared's comments that he would be running and gunning and probably not spending as much time in this certain part of the lake if the wind did not have him limited. But you're not going to find him on the couch. You're not going to figure it out back at the hotel room. And he's staying busy, working, and continuing to do what the weather will allow him to do.
Sure, there's got to be fish somewhere around here. All right, well, I'm going to call it a day. The wind hasn't let up. I'm kind of in an area where I feel kind of trapped. You know, it's 2 o'clock anyway, and I got to go to the meeting and get my tackle organized for the tournament anyhow. But, you know, I'm not saying today was all a great loss, just because when I found the right mixtures of grass in those same areas where I was seeing a few fish, I got some bites. And, you know, I kind of tried to expand on it, and I came back into this huge creek and just really never found anything that I could match up to what I've been doing, you know. And this weather is going to change, you know, quite a few things. For one, you know, I'm fishing shallow. I'm not fishing way back in these creeks, but I'm fishing around spawners. Some are pre-spawn, some are post-spawn, some are spawning. So I don't know what that cold weather tonight's going to do. The temperature is supposed to drop down in the 40s, and it's been, you know, in the 50s and 60s since we got here. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to start out. I'd like to start out with a walking type bait, cover some water. You know, I'll probably end up doing that. But then again, it depends on if it's windy in there or whatever. I might even throw a spinner bait. There's several different things I'm probably going to look at doing, but my main pattern is going to be fishing pockets that are more towards the main lake, not way back in them, not way back in the creeks, not, you know, a mile back in there, but these main little pockets. And there's several little areas that I found that, you know, there's a bunch of fish, you know, grouped up, and I mean, they're just scattered throughout. Lots of brim, lots of bait, lots of hydrilla. That's one thing that I really didn't see a whole lot of today up in this area. No hydrilla. My other areas that I found the first and second day of practice, hydrilla out in the middle of the bay. So saying that, you know, in the back of my head, I'm going to keep in the equation that if they're not up on the bank where I seen them, and I'm not getting my bites, you know, flipping or a frog or, you know, buzz bait, walking type baits, wacky worm for that matter, I'm going to pull out to that outside hydrilla and flip that hydrilla, because I think they're not going to leave those areas, but they might suck back out. So overall, you know, I feel like I had a decent practice here at Toledo Bend. You know, today I did what I wanted to do. I found one more spot that I can use in the tournament. I mean, I shook off a good one. I seen a great big one on a bed. So if she's still there in the next day or so, I mean, I'm going to go check her for sure. And if the good Lord's willing, she'll be sitting there ready for the taking.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next time for an all-new, exciting episode of Exposed Pros on Tour.
Exposed. Get the boat, man, it's time to go. Grab your baits and fishing poles. Fill the tank and then hit the road. Till you're in that fishing hole. Made up my mind, I'm no weekend warrior, I'm a pro. Fishing professional, and when I'm fishing, man, my goal is to win. I won't stop until I'm in that circle with legends like Rick Clunner, Kevin Van Dam. I got that Skeet Reese, I got that carrot stick. Man, if y'all see me on the lake, better make way and pray my motor quits, cause I won't know.